How you feel about the TikTok takeover potentially?
I just want to see this finally get done and see.
All of
Um, Larry has positioned himself well. I was talking to Stock Club about this. I remember when it was supposed to be Microsoft and they fell out of favor. Thank God they had the OpenAI investment. I just wonder what that algorithm will look like and if it will deliver the same potency of information that was coming out. I even think TikTok's main algorithm is getting watered down some, but I think it's a great hedge. But I think, in hindsight, it was smart of Microsoft to continue to fight for that and get the real IP that matters, which is the partnership with OpenAI. But what do you guys think about it?
It's interesting. The tea leaves were there. We talked about it in January. You posted the clip. Talked about it in July. Posted the clip. The tea leaves were there for Oracle.
For sure.
That was one of those deep dives where they were already, if you watch the stock from 2020 to where they're at now, you can see the impact that they've had in terms of using the cloud service. But there's another company, privately held, that nobody talks about, and we should. When you talk about watching Ian's reaction, if you look at the tea leaves of who the partnerships are, yes, you see Oracle's name a lot, and you see OpenAI, but there's a private company by the name of Silver Lake.
Silver Lake Capital.
So let's like. Now I had to go down a deep dive. All right, well, let's think about this, right? When we talk about Stargate, it originally started as SoftBank, OpenAI, and Oracle. Later on, Silver Lake became a part of that ownership group, and they said, all right, here comes the data centers. All right, so now Silver Lake has data centers, right, with the Stargate thing. Then the TikTok deal comes around, and you look at the names of the ownership, and yes, the Saudis are involved, right? And you saw Oracle, and then you saw Silver Lake. All right, so now they got Stargate, they got the data centers, they got TikTok. Now they have a user base and data from that. Then you start peeling back the leaves a little bit further. And you talk about a company that has had a great year, right? Endeavor, obviously with the WWE and the UFC. And you think about who's funded them.
Yep.
Silver Lake again. So now they have entertainment. This is an entertainment conglomerate, right? And then when the news came out today about EA Sports, and we'll talk about some of the owners, that is a $55 billion deal. Some of those people are close to the president. Silver Lake's part of that as well. And so now you're looking data centers, you're looking at data from a user standpoint. You've got entertainment, right, with Endeavor, and now EA. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why are they connecting all of that? Well, there's a bigger play here. There's a bigger play here. When we're talking about what Larry Ellison did and David Ellison did in terms of grabbing Paramount, right? And well, potentially next having Warner Brothers, they've got a media conglomerate. That's a conglomerate of the now.
One of the biggest of all time.
That's of the now. We're talking about streaming, right? But the next wave that we might be going down is in this space of AI in terms of metaverse, right? Alternative reality. And so now they have the data with TikTok. They have the data centers to help get the infrastructure off the ground. They have UFC and entertainment. Now they have video games, right? So if you don't know, and we all grew up in that era where we played EA Sports. It's in the game, right? We played Madden, we played Live. They got Battlefield, which most people don't even realize has passed Call of Duty in terms of amount of users. They have all of that at their domain to now create a bigger media conglomerate that will be the media conglomerate of the future, right? The way they're looking at this is 10 to 15 years down the line. Yes, streaming, Ellison, they've taken that. We've seen everybody at the highest level grab media. We saw Bezos grab media. Obviously, Elon has grabbed media.
But this is at the highest level.
This is the futuristic way that I see them thinking about it. We took entertainment, we took gaming in AI, we have the data centers, we have the user base with TikTok. We already have what we're going to build in terms of AI for the infrastructure. They're putting this whole thing together. Nobody talks about them. I looked up the CEOs. You would never, if they walk past you, you wouldn't know them.
You would know them. And more importantly, mind share. Because if I have you when you get off Battlefield or whatever game you play on EA and TikTok and what you're watching, I have 80% of your mind share.
But also, okay, from an investment standpoint, for sure. But do you feel comfortable with the TikTok deal?
That's above my pay grade. I haven't got my Bilderberg left. I got my Vanguard, but in what regard?
and then the U.S. I guess investment with this new group of investors having the data as opposed to what they thought China might have the data. In that sense. And
we gonna keep it real. A part of this is a dupe, though.
I'm gonna let you. Can I tell you something? Part of our conversation yesterday. So Robert tells the story, and we were talking about cybersecurity because he's made he's probably the number one person in terms of cybersecurity in the country, and how we always talk about safety. He's like, there was a time in the late '90s where we won't name the company, fast food company, offered a hamburger, and in exchange, if you gave them.
You can say it. You say the company.
You said the company?
He said it.
All right. So McDonald's had this offer, like, we'll give you a hamburger, cheeseburger, whatever it was.
It was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
I thought it was a little longer than that. 2 years ago. We'll offer you a cheeseburger and hamburger in exchange for your name, your first name, your last name, and your address.
Yeah.
And he said, how many people do you think did that? Took the burger. 72%. 72% of the people gave away the information for a hamburger. And we're thinking about, hey, what should we feel comfortable or safe with a company having our data? They already have it.
To be very honest, I think we're not getting the purest product, which is the Chinese algorithm. We're getting a derivative work stepped on, for those of you who are in the underworld. Do I feel comfortable with it? No, I get the ideal. But if we are at war with China, and we go to China and say, we have to break this up because you're having influence over American users, that's a double-edged sword. But to then not get the real algorithm is interesting unless you want to control the thought process of the people who are on said app in the country. You're still not getting the real thing. It's like when the Chrysler, like you getting the Chrysler 300C.
Yeah.
So from a standpoint of this, right? The richest person in the world owns X. The second richest person in the world is trying to buy TikTok.
I see where you're going. Yeah, Bezos with Washington Post.
The third richest person in the world owns Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. The fourth richest person in the world owns the Washington Post. We live in a society where less than 10 people control 98% of the narratives and stories that we're actually consuming.
100%.
Potential buyers of TikTok. Rupert Murdoch is part of the group also. Mike Lindell.
Yep.
Larry Ellison. X has already been taken over by far right-wing ideology. It's pretty much MAGA. X, they should change the name of X to MAGA. If you go on there, you know who has the most followers on X?
Elon.
How's that happen?
It's his.
Exactly.
Make sure.
Time for my space move.
When you go on X, you'll see the first thing you'll see is the most right wing. It's not by accident. They control. They control what you actually are seeing on your timeline. It's a right wing platform. TikTok is headed in that direction for sure. If this deal goes through, so now you have TikTok and you have Twitter X, which essentially will be used as
a propaganda tool
for right-wing ideology of this administration for sure, and any other right-wing ideology that needs to be pushed. That's concerning and it's dangerous.
So do you feel comfortable?
Of course not. How can I feel comfortable if it's concerning and dangerous?
I'm just making sure. I mean, I feel like people are living in it. I don't even think they're even thinking of it at that level. And that's just the mind frame of the person that is, I'm just trying to survive. They're not even realizing like these type of chess pieces, like you're controlling the mind of a people on every level. Like
that's why I said
if I get the kids at TikTok, if I don't get them on TikTok, I'm gonna get them in gaming. I'm gonna grab them there, right? So like Jared Kushner is part of that ownership group for EA, right? Affinity Partners. He's the CEO of Affinity Partners. For those who are not in the know, he's the CEO of Affinity Partners that just put that group together for $55 billion to acquire EA. That's not by mistake.
Nope.
20%.
Yep. The name of the game in America has always been a monopoly, though. It's just not hidden how it used to be.
That's true. For those who, again, let's go. Jared Kushner is the son-in-law of the current president of the United States.
And for the people that's like, okay, well, it's not concerning when the left wing has it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm a black man in America. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that the left does, but the right is way more dangerous.
And the left never had majority control of the media.
That's fucking, the shit that we headed to right now is Ku Klux Klan country. That's a fact. So pick your poison. But anybody that's trying to rationalize racism is dangerous. And that's what's happening every single day.
That's the core principles of American philosophy.
This is America. This is America.
Yep.
Well,
it's in the game.
Stay woke.
It's in the game.
And then that was every now and then people will say something like, all right, well, business like online, like influences is not real. It's not a real business. Doesn't help anything. Like open a hospital or a school or do something tangible, brick and mortar business. Okay. But I just told you the 4 richest people in the world own media
digital enterprises. And people who say that have not been living like most of people's education is done online. When I hear most people quote something about learning, it's off of Instagram. Everyone can act all intelligent, like you get scholarly and have fucking 4 Amazon Kindles. No, most of y'all don't. Y'all are quoting shit that y'all read off IG or Twitter, or if you're older, Facebook.
That is your education.
And then the data being the new oil, that's been said for 10 years. Just the derivative data and then third-party access that companies have in different countries to deploy ads and then take data. All those customer information leaks are not leaks.
And that's the thing. When after the presidential election, we went to blackout. That was viral blackout episode. And it was like, all right, what can we do? What can we do now? And I'm like, nothing you can do. Y'all let them win the war. Project 2025 is 60% complete, by the way, in 8 months.
Man, quick deploy time.
When we went to the dinner a few months ago with some of the, very intelligent brothers, and this was like a high power dinner. They said it's going to take 20 years to reverse what's been done in the first 3 months.
Yep.
Fact.
Not a game. No, like you say, you thought it was just something like 60% already done. That's a fact. It's not just like that's done. 60% in 8 months. That's moving extremely efficient.
And that pipeline of people to put in that office is not slowing down. If you go back, once again, the title of the episode, Follow the Money, of the person who is backing vice president and others that are coming after. Then the Democrats sitting there doing nothing. I told y'all last year, if Plies is the main advocate for the Democrats, it's over with. I like Plies. I like some of the songs. But if that's your number one black voice, oh boy, shellacking belt to ass. Sorry.
Well, that's why Mondani is actually going, because at least he has balls to actually stand on what he wants to stand on. The other Democrats, like Cory Booker and them, they're just going any direction that the wind blows them. So
what?
Fuck it, I'm with you. Let's get careful.
I think let me fix his mic.
6'7", what? Then the boy took them photos. Engagement.
I mean, we gotta be honest.
You gotta be real. Try to keep knowledge. Hey. Democrats, I keep asking, who is the Democratic star? We don't need a Democratic star. The fucking Rock went to go do a movie and faked a heart attack so he didn't have to talk to y'all. Boy lost 83 pounds in fucking 2 weeks, and Kevin Nash talking about Rock don't want to talk to damn Democrats. It's over with. Y'all should have did it 8 years ago. There's not a star other than Mondani lined up right now. No, Gavin, go look at the state of California. He's not going to run the country with that.
Gavin Newsom's pushing that line, though. He's pushing the line.
He's trying.
He's pushing the line. He's pushing the
I'm watching his social media.
He's going to run for president, for sure.
He's going to run, but he need a tech aristocrat behind him for it to work.
They're all in his state.
You don't have that.
I mean, all they headquarters is in his state.
You think Mark about to get behind Paul's? No, he over there with Trump, Senior Trump. No. No. And it's the interesting part. The one thing that the Republican side and MAGA side did do, they reached out to the entrepreneurs and founders who were on the fence and at least roped them into the deals.
Is Jasmine a star?
She's a star, but she's a black woman, so you already know how that goes.
Mm-hmm. I think so, but needs some backing.
Unfortunately.
And then in a media game, the other part of the game is to defame you and destroy your brand before you even have room to have impact at a large scale. That Obama DNC run,
they can always make a star. They can always make a star.
the Democrats
in politics, Obama was 2 years in being a congressman and ran for president and won. Madani, he was a rapper 6 years ago. Like, he was on city council. He's 33 years old. Now he's about to be mayor of the most powerful city in the world. One thing about politics, you could rise up the ranks very quickly if you have charisma.
If you're selected to rise fast.
Well, okay.
Because but
even if you select, you still gotta have charisma. One thing about Obama, he had a lot of charisma.
He was trained since a kid to have it.
He could deliver speeches very well. he did something that, you know what I mean, like, was pretty much impossible. But one thing I learned about politics is that you got to have a lot of charisma. I like Wes Moore.
Wes is.
I like Wes.
Solid.
I like Wes Moore.
Solid. Wes is solid.
I think the Rock should consider running.
He's not gonna do it. I think they same with Stripe when they should have IPO that same time. I agree, but I think he's afraid to.
Josh Shapiro,
over with. And you have to have the conversation at some point, maybe on blackout.
We ain't deliver Pennsylvania, man.
If they were preparing him to be vice president before his death, who was next in their AAU camp to run next? There's no farm system for the Democrats.
I've been hearing the Jon Stewart case for a while now.
What?
Yeah.
For what?
That he should throw his name in the race.
For what?
Well, just a Democratic nominee who could potentially run for the office.
Jon Stewart?
Yeah, they've been saying his name a lot. Somebody just put it in the chat. Sure. Yeah, I'm just telling you. I've heard it. That's not the first time I've seen that.
Chat.
Okay, we at the bottom of the ninth, and we need 6 runs. If we're going to, not saying that he doesn't have good thought, good ideology,
and he's fought. He's fought
for sure
for the 9/11 clauses.
So he's witty. He's
I don't know.
Be on his feet. He could do debates.
But he's super intelligent too.
No, for sure, he's intelligent. I mean, if you're saying that, then man, there's a lot of intelligence.
But is intelligence a barometer at this point?
If you're going to swing the pendulum back, for sure. But Jon Stewart is worth at 120. Is it worth to have to maybe spend $40 or $50 million in proxy wars with tech bros in Silicon Valley?
Does he have to spend it, or they're going to raise it for him? We just saw the highest raising.
Trump just says, "Oh boy, got indicted, and there's more to come." I don't want an opponent who's willing to crash out like that.
Look, somebody said Stewart better than a Rock. Yeah, people, they believe in him. We'll see.
The other part is you have to want to run and put your life on the line. Not many people are willing to risk that.
Yeah.
But I'll just put my money in Bitcoin and like open AI, pre-IPO.
Yeah, much easier.
Much easier investment.
Send my mic. I don't know. Is this mic? Is this a problem with the microphone?
I don't know.
Your message has been loud and clear tonight, though.
I'm about to switch. I'll switch it out in like a second. When next time Ian talks, I'll switch it out.
Charlemagne the God. Oh, he run for president.
Oh, Charlemagne was calling for Jon Stewart. Yeah, see? It's picking up some steam.
Politics are a tricky game, man.
Mark Cuban.
I don't know if the country's ready for that.